Hi guys, so Jason from JVA Carp Adventures, and you join me on another Friday after work o'clock. It's actually March the 8th. I'm back on Kingfisher, this time swim 9. Haven't got anything set up, as you can all see it's all over there, so nothing set up. I'm going to get all that done, but for now let's just roll that intro. Alright guys, so like I said, this is vlog number 40 and I'm on swim 9 on Kingfisher. Now I've decided to do something a little bit different. After my recent blanks here, I've decided to follow my own advice. So I've gone back to the last time I was in this swim, which was vlog number 10. I'm going to put a link below guys, that if you want to jump back to that vlog and have a look. But I actually caught 3 fish then. Now it was a September, so a better part of the year, but I caught 3 fish. So essentially I'm going to start off on this session literally copying baits, rigs and all that, but I'm going to tell you all about it in a short while. Firstly, welcome to vlog number 40, and I can't actually believe this is my 40th vlog of the Mousehole Diaries. That's crazy. So as I may have already said, I'm doing something a little bit different this time. Essentially some guy had messaged me during the week with advice for swims 10 to 14 as he's fishing here this weekend, which kind of got me thinking, why don't I look at my own vlogs and look at what I did in a particular swim and whether it worked or didn't work. I look at my notes on my phone, but I don't actually watch my own vlogs because I edit them. I don't then go sit down and re-watch them all, but I have on this occasion. So I think it was September before last was the last time I was in swim 9, and remarkably, because it seems like so long ago since I had a fish, I had 3 fish out on that session. So happy days. Was there a footprint there for me to follow to help me catch this weekend? I got here, rigs made up and all the rest, got them all out. First of all, I should probably tell you, so what did I learn from vlog number 9? Well, it's actually a vlog that I came here with Emma and Connor. Connor was in the next swim up, swim 8. I was in swim 9. And we're having a little competition that weekend. Like I said, I've ended up having 3 fish. Throughout the vlog, I do give little snippets of information though. So, first thing is, I was using an Aptus Tackle fluorocarbon leader. So I was like, oh hello, I've actually got the Corda Safe Zone leaders on at the minute. So happy days, that's kind of like for like. Then I also had 2 rods on, and in fact all the rods that caught were on this, the Gemini Tackle Slip D stems. So they're fluorocarbon links basically that you just put your hook onto and your swivel, and all of my bites came via that. So again, I had a fluorocarbon main line then, fluorocarbon leader and a fluorocarbon hook link. Right, so I made up some fluorocarbon hook links and I'm using them. I'm not going for the exact same Gemini Tackle Slip D stems, even though I have got them, but sometimes I feel, rightly or wrongly, they've caught me fish plenty of times guys, but I think that the stems are quite stiff, they're not got a lot of flex in them, so something a little bit lighter is what I've gone for on this occasion. So I got here, had the rigs all ready, put a solid PVA bag out on the right hand rod. I'm going to show you where they are in a minute guys. Put a snowman out on the middle rod and put a single wafter on the left hand rod. So as always, rods have been in probably about half hour. Rod comes over with his pearls of wisdom, and it turns out that the guys that are going to be in 10 to 14 actually aren't coming in till tomorrow. So Rod's advice, which we do know I do like to take most of the time, was that really I should probably have one fired down in front of swim 12 where there's no lines. So 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14, there's no lines in the water at all. So I reeled in one of the rods, changed it to a double yellow pop-up and whacked it down there. So I've already made one change following Rod's advice. Don't worry guys, tomorrow I will be back on to doing what I came here set to do. But Rod is right, there's no lines in the water for 5 swims to my right hand side. It'd be silly not for tonight anyway, whilst no one's here, to have one rod down there where there are no lines, no pressure. The other bank is full, people on this side, so it does make sense. So I will take the camera out and I'm going to show you where all the rods are. And to be fair, I mean, we're going to be going into evening soon at the minute. It's still bright. Obviously we're heading into spring soon. It's the 8th of March today, so we're going to be heading into spring soon, so it's actually staying lighter just a little bit longer, so you've got a bit longer to get your rods in at the minute, which is really good, and get set up, which I've done. Obviously I'm watching the water. I don't know, I think going back to what's worked for me in this particular swim, I had to find my I'll tell you what one of them was Baitworks Atlantic Heat. I had to find my tub of them wafters, because that's what I had on. I also had Total Nuts on, and I also had Bait Solutions red tuna, and I actually caught on all of them, so that's what was out. The only thing I've pulled in at the minute is Bait Solutions Total Nuts, and changed that to Bait Solutions Pineapple Tigers. But let me put the other lens on, guys, and I'll show you where the rods are for Friday evening. The only reason they change, or I'll pull them in, is if I see a fish and I have something better to go at, guys. So I'm happy once they're in to leave them in until tomorrow morning, unless I have a bite or I see a fish or good signs of a fish, and I will move a rod for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention also in that vlog I also put arrows where I put all my rigs, so I kind of know all the bites came off 3/4 of the way out to the island, so I've done the same sort of thing today, guys. Alright guys, so firstly I'm just going to give you quickly up on the screen the map of my swim. I am in swim 9, so essentially it's going to be from the corner of this island to that one, so that is technically my water. But like I said, all the swims down here are all empty all the way down, so where Rod has insisted I go, guys, with my right hand rod, is all the way down to this island, about, I'm going to have to put my finger in here, guys, so about here. So it is quite a way out of my water, and I know a lot of you guys get upset when I go out of my water, but this is what Rod has advised for Friday night. Get one down there. There's no lines in the water all the way down there, and it's a good idea. It does give you a good chance for a bite, guys, so that's what I've done. So the right hand rod is on double 10mm yellow pop-up, which is Pineapple Tigers. Let's go back to my own swim now, and so where you've got the channel between these two islands, guys, I have gone out 3/4 of the way. Oh sorry, no guys, just about to say I've gone out 3/4 of the way. So I can go up to this island in front of me there, guys, that you can see. So I have, this one is a solid PVA bag with a red tuna, 3/4 of the way towards this island, guys. I did have one over here, but that's the one I pulled in and then put over there. So go into my left hand rod, which is a Baitworks Atlantic Heat wafter, guys. Again, all of them are 3/4 to the islands, and I've put a light scattering of boilies over all of them, guys, so you're probably talking about 5 or 6 baits, really not much at all for Friday night. Like I said, if I start picking up bites or seeing fish, then I may change things, but for now that's where we're going to be for Friday night, guys. Appreciate you all watching. Don't forget. Alright guys, check this out, what I've got on the bank tonight. I've got to be honest, oh look at that, steaming hot. Looking forward to this, guys, I've got to tell you. So got to be careful I don't drop it. So last night I made me and my brother some tandoori, yellow potato and rice, and I can tell you this is absolutely banging, guys. Oh my god, that is so good, guys. What are you guys having on the bank tonight? I'm going to enjoy this. Morning, guys. So 2:15 Saturday morning, and I've got a bit of an update for you. So about 1:30, the middle rod went off. which I tell you, when you've been on a blanking session time after time, getting that first bite is like amazing. It's so good to be into a fish and playing the fish and then slipping the net underneath it. Now, probably was the smallest fish in this lake, or definitely the smallest I've ever caught. It was £9 10 ounce, guys, but let me play you a little bit of footage here. Morning, guys. So about 1 o'clock Saturday morning, my middle rod went off, which I'm happy to say is actually on one of my old baits. So Bait Solutions Red Tuna Wafter in a solid PVA bag, and it's got me a lovely little common, probably the smallest fish I've caught in here, if I'm honest. It was £9 10 ounces, guys. Only small, but I think she might be a bit feisty getting her up, so let's get her up and let you have a little look at her. Beautiful day, as they all are at Mousehole, guys. Treated already with propolis, caught in the corner of the mouth, as they normally are with my slip D. Yeah, let's get her up. There you go, guys. Absolute bar of beauty. Very ghostly like. What a lovely fish. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. I'll show you the other side and then I'll get some pictures. Look at that, guys. Absolute beauty. Get some photos and then get her back, guys. Alright, guys, just going to get this little beauty back. She was only small, bless her, but as you can see, look at that, absolutely beautiful, very ghostly. Look at that, guys, what a beauty. Oh, she wants to swim towards me. Wrong way, darling. Go the other way. Beautiful. Thank you for the visit. As you can see, lovely little ghostly of a fish, beautiful. And something I'm also equally happy about is what I call it on. So, solid PVA bag rig and red tuna. So red tuna is a Bait Solutions bait that I used to, well, I was testing it actually. I was one of the people testing it and it never actually came out. But I've actually caught my PB on here, which is on the opposite side of the lake, swim 7, £37 4 ounce on this, and this is one of the baits I had a bite on back on vlog number 10. So as I said, I was replicating what I did the last time I was in swim 9, and it's gone and paid off. So happy days. So I put another solid PVA bag out, I've put another red tuna out, but this time it's the cork dust version. So it's a red tuna but it's a cork dust. The only real difference is that's more of a food, that's a lot more food based, because no powder in there to make this, you know, waft. The other one uses a cork dust. So what a relief for me, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, carp gods. Finally got one in the net, and even though it was small, it was a small bit of perfection, guys. I don't think it'd ever been caught before. There was no mouth damage. Obviously I treated it with propolis before I pulled it up for the camera. Lovely, beautiful little fish. Gave me a good little, considering how small it was initially, it gave me a good little run, really did. Took out the left hand rod, it was the middle rod that went off. Took out the left hand rod, so I had to just recast that back out towards the island. And that's it. Obviously now I'm buzzing after that, so I probably won't get any sleep now, but yeah, it's funny as well because about half hour earlier I'd got up to just ping out a few boilies, so actually I'm probably going to do that again actually. Yeah, I literally just put another 5 baits over the 2 rods that are in front of me. Obviously I've got one down towards swim 12 at the minute, as advised by Rod. That one hasn't gone yet. Not gone yet, Rod, but fingers crossed. It's still early days, but thank God, just to break that blank. Oh my God, happy days. Also Emma would be happy because I said, listen, if I still ain't caught Sunday morning, I'm staying as long as I can. Whereas now it's alright, I've caught now, pressure's off. Let's just try and get some more. It'd be really nice if I can replicate the result I did in vlog number 10, which is 3 fish. So can I get another couple? It's only a small little one, that one. You know, where's all the big girls at? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Give you an update in the morning. There you go, guys, just thought I'd show you quickly the rig that got it for me, as always with the slip D you've got a really good indication when you've had a bite, because your bait will be at the bottom rather than up here. So always good. Caught so many fish on this presentation, guys. Really happy using it. And next week I'm actually going to be at Fort Lee, so yeah, I'll be on solid bags all the way there. Morning, guys. So 6:30 Saturday morning. Nothing more during the night, so just that one small common last night, but happy days. Saves me a blank, which I'm grateful for. Absolutely beautiful looking out at the minute. I'll swing the camera around in a sec, but pure daylight, 6:30 in the morning, absolutely looking lovely. So yeah, the rods are going to stay in till 10 o'clock as normal. So something I did forget to say, guys, and you got a bit of light today. So my solid bag rig, that's what I caught on last night, the red tuna, my solid bag rig. I'm going to give a link in the description, guys, because I actually have done a tutorial on how I do my solid bag. So if you're interested, I'm sure you all know how to tie a solid bag, but if you all know how to tie mine, there's going to be a link below. Alright, guys, so I'm going to have a coffee, watch the water. One of my rods is obviously down towards 12, so I've got to bring that in shortly, just reposition it in my swim, because the guys will be coming into their swim today. So yeah, fingers crossed I might be able to get one this morning's bite time. I might redo my rod, simply because my left and middle rod I had to redo last night. I had the bite on the middle rod and it took out the left rod. So really, although I'm fairly confident I put them out okay, it's in the dark, so you're never as confident. I'm not using the bait boat or anything today or this weekend, so yeah, it might be worthwhile just redoing them two rods. Alright, guys, I'm going to have a coffee, watch the water, and I'll give you an update later, probably after 10 o'clock. Morning, guys. So your Saturday morning update. It's about 11:15. As normal, I brought my rods in about 10 o'clock, went for a comfort break, little walk around the lake and came back. So I've got the rods out fairly quick now. As I've already said, I'm kind of sticking to my guns of what I did on vlog number 10, which was the last time I was on this swim. Sorry, someone's alarm's going off over the other side. It sounds like they've got to run. And obviously red tuna was one of the things I caught on my last trip here, and it's also what I caught on last night. Now, it's probably one of the smallest fish I've ever caught here, but really happy to have a bite. It was a beautiful ghostie, so happy days. So today the lake has filled up a bit more, and all my rods are within swim 9's water, which I'm really happy about, and all on the original plan. So I have done something different on one of the rods, which I'm going to show you in a second, and that's just one of Mousehole Bait's new, I think it's tiger nut and maple, actually little wafter. So I've got that in one PVA bag, but that's only because I had it made up from my last session, and I want to use all my PVA bag rigs so I can take all the hooks off for next week's session, where I need to use micro barbed hooks. So I just want to use it. So it's going out for the day, and it's literally a rod length away from me, so it's pretty much a margin rod, but I'll show you that in a second. The middle rod is my Total Nut Snowman, and my left hand rod, sorry guys, my left hand rod is the Atlantic Heat wafter that I caught on previously. So all of my baits that I've caught on previously from this swim. Now I might leave the Atlantic Heat one in until tomorrow if I don't have a bite, but certainly the middle and right hand rods I'm going to change around later, because I'm going to be changing baits on one of them. But I mean, it's warming up here, guys, as well. I've had to take my thermal trousers off. The sun's coming out, I can feel it beating down on me, hence why I've got the old cap on. So it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day here at Mousehole Lakes, I've got to be honest, so happy days. So yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, let me switch the camera around and I'll show you where the rods are and let you know what's on them. Alright guys, so let's show you where my rods are, and I'll tell you what's on them for the daytime. Like I said, two of them I am going to be changing probably about 4 o'clock, but plenty of hours yet to get a bite. So my right hand rod is literally only a rod length in front of me to the right, and that's just a solid PVA, but a large solid PVA bag I might add, with one of Mousehole's tiger nut and maple wafters on, and that's mainly because I just want to get rid of it. So it's not what I caught on previously in this swim, so I will be changing it later. Next rod which is currently my middle rod, is out towards this island that you can see centre of the screen now. Now I have gone 3/4 of the way, guys, so I haven't gone all the way to the island. I'm 3/4 of the way, and that is a Snowman pop-up, which is a Bait Solutions Total Nuts with I think a 16mm on the bottom and a 12mm on the top. So happy with that one. It's actually on a Ronnie rig actually, guys, so it's a Snowman Ronnie rig on that one. And the last one is towards my island in front of me, and again I have gone 3/4 of the way out, guys, so about there. That is with a Baitworks Atlantic Heat wafter, again something I have caught on in this swim, albeit in September. So I'll tell you what, guys, I mean the sun's coming out, it's looking lovely, it's looking good for it. I don't think anyone else had anything out last night. Phil came round this morning in the buggy and said, oh, I think you're the only one that's had anything out last night. I know Jimmy next to me in Swim 8 had one out yesterday daytime. He arrived Thursday, so happy days. So I'm really hoping just for another bite, guys, to be fair. Fishing for a bite as always. I haven't put loads of bait out over each, probably about 6 boilies, but what I will do is sporadically through the day just top them spots up. The margin one I won't be topping up, guys, because it's a massive PVA bag with mixed pellet and crumb and all that in it, so that's really got enough by it. I don't need to top that up. But the other spots, which I will be using again later, I will top up throughout the day, but we're only talking, you know, maybe 5-6 boilies at a time, so nothing major at all, just adding to it. Alright, guys, well, once again, thank you very much for watching the vlog. I do hope you get something out of it. Really enjoying the success of the Mousehole Diaries. This is vlog number 40, which is crazy to me, and like I have said, I am here definitely until, well, probably until next March actually, so up to, because the winter ticket here is good value, guys, so if you haven't gotten that, look out for that nearer October time. When it kind of runs from November, December, January, February, and you get that at a really good price. So met some new guys today that are in swims 10 to 14, one of them, and they've been watching the vlogs and come up to say hello to me and ask some advice, and yeah, really impressed with the place. And I said, well, you know that's what it's like here. It is a fantastic complex. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll give you an update hopefully in the afternoon, maybe even with a fish, who knows. It's early evening now, and I thought I'd get the rods out before they get dark. And I know I normally just point and show you and all the rest, but I thought I'd actually just show you me casting them out. That'll let you know where they are and what's on what. So the first one that's going to be going out towards this island, which is in front of you, so I'm going to zoom in on it now. So I'm not going tight to the island, guys. I'm probably at least about a rod length and a half out. So it should probably be land somewhere roughly in the middle of your screen. Now that's a Atlantic Heat wafter in a solid PVA bag, and it's had some CC Moore Pacific Tuna liquid put in the bag as well, guys, so it should be lovely pimped up. Like I said, going over towards the island but not tight to it. I'm kind of looking for the 3/4 mark, and fingers crossed this will be rod number 1. Alright, guys, so this is rod number 2, my middle rod. Now this is what I've changed up a little bit from what I did in vlog number 10. I've actually gone for a double 12mm pop-up, which is the Pineapple Tigers, and I want to put it a little bit closer to the island, so I'm hoping I'm like within about 1.5 foot of the island and literally just off the corner slightly, so hopefully somewhere in the middle of your screen there. And kind of from what I'm looking here, shouldn't be too far offline with the tree behind the island. So the tree you can see in the background, I should kind of be slightly on that line. Right, guys, so my last rod is just going towards the tree that you can see in the background there, but I'm not going anywhere near it. I'm literally only just going outside of swim 9's water. Obviously there's nobody in swim 8 at the minute or swim 7, so I'm not encroaching on anyone. And this is going to be a red tuna wafter. Now red tuna is one of the things I had on my previous session here, and it's also what I caught on last night, so seems to be a good bet. So let's get the red tuna out, guys. Alright guys, so that is all 3 rods out for Saturday evening. So just give you a quick overcap. Right to left, right hand rod is Atlantic Heat from Baitworks. Middle rod is Bait Solutions Pineapple Tigers, and the last rod you just saw go out was Bait Solutions Red Tuna. Fingers crossed for tonight, guys. Be nice if I could get another one before I leave early in the morning. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Just on a side note, guys, by the way, please make sure if you're coming to Mousehole Lakes that you do have a rod license. It is on their rules, and most fisheries have the same sort of thing, obviously, but the guys do walk around from the EA, the Environment Agency, sorry, the guys do walk around from the Environment Agencies. They did yesterday. Now they can check on their system if you've got a license or not, so please make sure you do when you come here. Unfortunately someone yesterday didn't, so please make sure you have a license when you come to Mousehole Lakes, guys. Thank you. Morning, guys. So Sunday morning, 6 o'clock, and as by that lack of footage it does mean I haven't had anything during the night, which, if I'm honest, guys, I'm actually a little bit surprised by. I know I haven't been doing well here generally the last 4 sessions, but obviously I've had one so far, and to be honest, I thought it was looking, I definitely thought it was looking good for another bite. Now, it's 6 o'clock, so, you know, we're still in bite time now up to 9:30 at least, so there are 3.5 hours more left of bite time. But last night I decided to put one of my rods, so my left hand rod, towards, well actually slightly into swim 8's water, because one of the things I think with swim 8, if you can fish it from another swim, I think you stand a better chance of catching a fish. Obviously the guy was in there from Thursday till yesterday, he had a fish. So, but I just think if you're away from that swim and then got a line going into it and it's pinned down, you've got a better chance. So I did think that one might go, but during the night, I think the first time was about 9 o'clock, because Connor had just texted me and I went, dude, you wouldn't believe it, but something massive just boshed out in swim 8. I said, I've got one over there, but I think it's not quite where it was. So I was up during the night. Again, I heard something over there a couple more times. So about 1 o'clock, I thought, oh, I've got one over there, but it's probably not in the right spot. It did sound like it was closer in and more to that left margin. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to pull in my middle rod. So my middle rod was double yellow Pineapple Tigers pop-ups on a Ronnie rig. So I've pulled that in, swapped my left rod into the middle position, and then took the one that was in the middle position and I've moved it to the left rod. So actually, as it stands, I've got 2 rods that are going into swim 8's water. Now in an hour the gates will open, someone may come and, you know, they might be coming to swim 7, so swim 8, sorry, so I might need to pull both of them in, but for now it's okay. I'm going to leave them there and fingers crossed I can get a bite. I mean, to hear a good few fish in one small area, literally it was right in front of swim 8, I believe, is quite promising, to be fair. So I'm really keen to leave them there. If no one comes into swim 8 this morning, then yeah, I'm definitely going to leave them there, guys. And the other rod I've got is literally where I caught the first fish off the corner of my right hand margin, so right hand island, sorry guys. So yeah, it was raining quite a lot last night. It's going to be raining again this morning, but it looks like now it's going to hold off till about 11 o'clock. So I'm going to do pack down at 9 o'clock, get off by 10:30, and obviously the bivvy will be dry, the overwrap will be wet, everything that's outside is going to be wet. So there's still going to be a lot of drying again this week, but just to get out before that rain starts again would be of benefit to me, really. So yeah, that's where we are, guys. I'm still hopeful I can still get a bite this morning. It's bright now, even though it's only 6 o'clock. It's light enough outside. I'll spin the camera around quickly in a second and show you. So it's good enough to be watching the water and seeing what's happening. Like I said, I haven't seen any fish in my area show at all. So, and even the ones that showed in swim 8, I didn't, because it was raining at that point, I didn't actually see them. I wasn't outside, but I proper heard them. So yeah, happy enough with them at the minute. Alright guys, well I'm going to have a coffee, watch the water and pray to them carp gods so I can get another one before I leave. You know, one more fish and I'd be really happy with that. Particularly, you know, the last time I was in here I had 3 fish, but that was in September. Different kettle of fish. You know, we're in March at the minute. And fortunately it's been quite mild last night as well. So there's no big frost on or any of that. So yeah, happy days. It's not bad at the minute. It's definitely starting to, you know, the season's definitely starting to change. Obviously it's only a couple of weeks or a few weeks until we hit springtime. So yeah, happy days. Onwards and upwards, I think, guys. Morning guys. So just thought I'd bring the camera outside for a bit. Be a bit hard to see because I'm not zoomed in, but where those 2 ducks are just there, absolute unit just jumped out, and it's actually where I've got my rig positioned. Now I saw the bubbles go across and then he actually jumped out again literally in front of me here. So it's it's starting to rain. It's not meant to rain. Crap. Alright guys, sorry. Thought I was going to be able to do some filming, but it's starting to rain again. It wasn't meant to rain till 11 o'clock, so camera's going to have to go back in. Alright guys, well it's a little after 8 o'clock Sunday morning. I'm going to call a close to this session. Wasn't actually meant to be raining this morning up till about 11 o'clock, but it's been raining since literally constantly on and off, so it's just stopped. So I think it's probably a good time to try and get most of the stuff out whilst it's not raining so it can stay dry, like the bed chair and stuff like that. So firstly, massive thank you for joining me on this session. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will take some stuff away from it, like watching my own vlogs and taking my own advice has probably got me a fish after a series of 4 blanks at Mousehole Lake, so happy days with that. I did think I'd get another one last night, and as you would have seen this morning, one literally boshed out in front, well, above my rig in swim 8, and then swam into my swim and then boshed out again. It's like, what's going on? So the rods will be in for probably about another hour, guys, while I just pack up everything inside the bivvy, get it onto the barra to the point where I'm ready to go to the van, and then I'll pull the rods in and come back and do a little second trip for them. So again, thank you for watching the vlog. I do hope you enjoy it. Thank you for all those people that have subscribed. Also, like to say, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, guys. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to my channel, and I post every single week on a Friday about 6:30. Also, if you've enjoyed this vlog, please give it a thumbs up. It does help. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. I can tell you guys, my next session, which is next week, is going to be at Thorpe Lee Fishery. I generally do okay there. I don't think I've ever blanked there, to be honest. So fingers crossed, praying to those carp gods that it does me well next week. I know it's fairly flooded at the minute. The girls have let me know, you know, they're really good there. Call them to book it in and say, look, we'll let you know now, water level's really high, you may need your wellies or waders, which is great. You know, if you let us know, we know what to bring, so that's really good. But I'm really looking forward to that session. That's going to be prepping solid bags, and I've got to take all my hooks off this week because I generally use barbless here and they have a micro barbed or barbed rule, so all that lot changed this week, but looking forward to it. So hopefully you'll join me on that one, guys. So again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and just want to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you in the next vlog.